Alright, hey guys! Welcome back. I've been noticing a trend among most pet YouTubers that they always do like really awesome reptile rooms or fish rooms or animal rooms. I still live with my parents, but I have seen a couple people request to see how I use this space in my room. So we're gonna go ahead and do that today. So I'm gonna show you guys where they are. It's not gonna be super crazy or anything like that. I mean, I sleep, I film, all my animals are all kind of in the same room except for one. My gargoyle gecko does live in the bathroom right now. I'll explain it to you later. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys kind of where everybody's situated, kind of give you some mini cage tours for a couple of them that you haven't seen lately. Yeah, oh, also, earlier this week we did a little test series where I had Winslow review things all by himself, and I thought it was really funny. I think a couple of you guys even thought it was pretty funny. And if you haven't watched it, I will link it in the bio or do a little guy up here if I can figure out how to do that in post. Who knows? I definitely suggest you go watch it. I would love other things to have Winslow review as well. Like, I think when Smash Brothers comes out, definitely gonna have Winslow review Smash Brothers because I think that's funny. We're gonna go ahead and start with the room tour, and I think I'm gonna show you guys Beano and Winslow's cages first, because I can also show you guys Winslow's favorite hiding spot, which is where he is right now. Also, Bean's out. All right, let's go. So here is the first shelf. These little black shelves are actually just the 36-inch metal shelves that you can get at Bed Bath & Beyond. I think they're about $49.99. You know, you can always use that 20% off coupon. You know, it brings it down a little bit. Here is Winslow's cage. He lives in a standard 40-gallon tank. We can see his light and his UVB up there, or at least their cords, just kind of in the way. Winslow's cage is pretty bare, just because I kind of talk about this a few times. Winslow just doesn't like to be in his cage. He's just never in it. We can see a little hammock kind of there in the corner. He did manage to rip it down. I do have to put it back up. We do have a thermometer kind of over there. And then this castle is kind of my favorite thing in his cage, and the only thing. So this is actually a castle hide from PetSmart. It's usually for guinea pigs and chinchillas. So what I did is I painted it black and I put a little Targaryen symbol on it because I love Game of Thrones and Winslow is 100% a Targaryen. Nothing super fancy, just because he free roams a lot, so he really doesn't get too much use out of his cage. Alright, so next up is Ms. Bean, and we can actually go ahead and take a little close up of her. There she is. Ms. Bean, just gracing us with her presence casually. Doesn't do that a lot. Apologies for the glare, by the way. The window's open so that we can go ahead and film. So here is Bean's cage. She lives in a pretty standard 20-gallon long tank. She is actually on kind of the second row of these shelves, as you can kind of see. These shelves actually do come with another part that you can kind of put on the very top. Let me show you. So there's another unit that can go kind of where Winslow's cage is right now. However, I actually will show you what I did with it in a second. So here's Bean. She wants out. I'll let her out in a second though. Alright, so we actually have a very special guest to come help talk about her cage over here. Hello, Miss Bean. You're looking beautiful today. Alright, yes, so this is where Bean lives. This little blanket I usually put over her cage when I have the blinds open, just because she doesn't really like sunlight that much, but that's okay. So just put it there just so that she doesn't get too blinded. Her cage, I think, is pretty simple. She has her warm hide, cool hide, humid hide. Her warm hide has a thermostat. She also has some plants in here and stuff like that. I actually DIY'd 2 of her hides. Guys, I love Bean. I know I never show her just because I'm worried about how light it is all the time, but I love her. She's just, American treasure, you must be. Alright, then she has some plants and stuff like that. There are some worm remains kind of down there. She is apex predator. Are you gonna help us out with the tour bean? Are you gonna help us out? Promise to show you guys one of Winslow's favorite hiding spots. And it is under these shelves. Alright, so next up is Archer. Here's his cage. So I did tell you guys that there's a second unit that goes on top of those two shelves. So what I've done is I've just kind of made it its own shelf over here. So now I kind of have two shelves for the price of one. Archer is on the top. His cage is a little smaller. He lives in a standard 10-gallon tank, which is fine for him. His cage is due for a little bit of a cleaning quite soon. He might even be able to get a little, he might even make a little bit of appearance. Yes, so in my last video, you kind of saw that my gargoyle gecko actually lived right there. I did move her. I am going to get into it once I show you where her cage is, because it's in the bathroom right now, and I'll kind of explain why I went ahead and moved it. But for now, it just has these pretty flowers and the reptile crate or carrier kind of right there with, and right below him is Mr. Peanut Butter. Yeah, our newest little leopard gecko. We're gonna go ahead and show you his cage. You guys got a nice good look at his cage last week, but I'll show you some of the other stuff, you know, structural wise. That's kind of around here. All right, so here is Archer's downstairs neighbor, Mr. Peanut Butter. For those of you who did not know, that is my second leopard gecko's name. He might make an appearance. He did a little bit ago, but I think he saw our beautiful little production assistant and got scared because she's a lot bigger than him. Also from this angle, she kind of looks like a villainous witch from a Disney movie, which, me. But anyways, back to Mr. Peanut Butter. Kind of what I was touching on earlier. So this is the top unit to that other shelving, or is it the bottom? Separate unit. They come together and you can kind of screw them together. Now what I've done here, which you can kind of see a little bit better over here, is when I got this tank, I was actually just a little worried that getting in and out of the tank would be a little hard. So I raised it about 2 inches using these little bricks on all 4 corners. You can kind of see them on that side. And that just adds a little bit of height to the top to make Mr. Peanut Butter's cage a little bit more accessible. Now he, like Bean, is living in a standard 20-gallon long, and we did do a whole cage deck out kind of last week on our channel, which if you are curious to kind of how I did this cage and stuff like that, go ahead and click on that. There is a little bit of poo. I'll clean that up in a minute. He does have his warm hide, cool hide, and a humid hide back there in the corner, as well as a heat mat right under here. You can actually see the cord for it. I am getting a thermostat. Bean currently has a thermostat right now. I'm getting one. It's in the mail, coming from Amazon. If you use heat mats and stuff like that, I would definitely recommend getting a thermostat right where the heat mat is. And you can plug the heat mat into the thermostat. And basically just what it does is that it regulates the temperature. So if it gets too cold, it'll turn it on. However, if it gets too hot, it will go ahead and turn it off. So if one, I'll even leave one linked in the bio. That's from Amazon, only about 19 bucks. All right, and actually speaking of thermostats, that reminds me, Archer is also on one. So Archer has a ceramic heat emitter up there, and he actually has a little, the probe for the thermostat here. You can actually see it right there in that back corner. So it kind of does the same thing. Probe detects that it's at its max temperature. It actually just completely shuts this off. I use them and I thoroughly believe in them. Guys, hear that? It's all the beauty goobers quaking because Bean is coming for their brand. Oh, honey, you look so beautiful. Doing amazing, sweetie. All right, last but certainly not with the best lighting is my gargoyle gecko's cage. So she actually lives in my bathroom right now. Basically, it's just that her temperature was just getting too high for her comfort. So we went ahead and moved her into the bathroom because for some reason my room has 1 air conditioning vent, but my bathroom has 2. It's actually much cooler in the bathroom, and because it is so hot outside, the temperature in the bathroom actually lines up with her correct temperature so much better. So she actually lives in the bathroom right now. Still don't know if she's a he or she. And I have some names thought out, but I'm not quite sure. But we did get a little bit of a better look at her cage last week. We can still see that she is still rocking her burlap. Burlap forever. Yeah, basically it was just temperature. Also, my bathroom does hold humidity better as well, which is good because her species just requires more humidity and just lower temperature than the rest of them. Fully lives in my bathroom on my sink. This little red thing is actually just a shirt. I use that primarily just to make sure that her cage keeps its humidity. I live in the desert, so it gets pretty dry here. So when I spray down her cage, it'll raise the humidity all the way up to 80. I'll usually leave it a little bit uncovered just so that it drops a little bit down to a good range for her, and then I'll go ahead and cover that up so that the humidity doesn't get too low for her liking. Again, these shelves are actually just 1 shelving unit, just split in half. This really works for me. I love it. Here's the other kind of sides of my room, my Funko thing. I have a nice bookshelf there to keep a bunch of stuff on. I have my filming area right here. This is just because the window's right behind me. Good natural light here, and then we have the other reptiles here. That's my basic little enclosure tour. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Me and Bean would both like to thank you, although me more than Bean. All she really wants to do is try to jump on my makeup table. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to like and comment down below. If you have any video requests, or if you just want to say hi, that's fine. Either way, I love you guys, and I will see you guys next week with another video. I'm gonna go take some photos of my new Gucci bracelet. Bye. I love you, Bean. I love you, but your nails hurt.